be February 4th. Let's see, 5th, 6th. Is that right? I'm trying to think. Tuesday, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Yeah. Tuesday the 4th. February 4th, 2025. Man, I can't remember. I have no idea what the date is. What difference at this point does it make? That's kind of how I look at it. All right, so we had a massive scam week in the crypto market over the weekend. Of course, on a Sunday when regular markets aren't opening, just complete panic. Then it recovers in like one day, less than one day. So you saw Litecoin go to, I watched it. I hopped on my PayPal account because I'm like, man, this thing's crashing. I saw it go all the way to 90 bucks. I'm like, what? And then I get on PayPal just to look because I see it going into the 80s. I'm like, you know what? I don't have any money to buy it. I shouldn't buy it. But at this price, I'm probably going to buy some. I saw it go down to 81 and I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy it. Boom. I mean, within 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, it's back up to 86 bucks and then just climbing. So very, very, here's my point. Don't beat yourself up if you think, oh, I could have bought it at 80 bucks. Yeah, right. Unless you've got money sitting on the exchanges, which I wouldn't recommend doing because you never know. It's like having money in the bank, cash in the bank. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You know, you can't take out X amount of dollars unless you fill out this paperwork. Because Homeland Security, that's why. F you. So it's the same thing with the exchanges. When you leave money in the exchange, that's money that you don't have that they now have possession of. Think Celsius, BlockFi, I don't know, where are the other ones that went under in the last cycle that took your money? Scammers! All scammers. So anyway, yeah, I wouldn't have it on there. So don't think that, oh man, I could have gotten $80 Litecoin. Yeah, right. I saw it real time, couldn't catch it. And then I'm like, F it, I'm done. Screw this market. And now it's back up to over 100 bucks. And I don't know, it was like up to 108 last night or something. Digibyte, I mean, went way down. I had a couple of lines drawn on the chart and it dropped under 007.007 cents. Less than a penny. Like less than 3/4 of a cent. It went to like 2/3 of a penny. Crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. Just a steal. And that's what they did. They stole it. You know, people buying this stuff off the exchange. And then today we've got, I think it's David Sachs, Mr. Solana, the czar of crypto, is going to come out and talk about crypto at a press conference at like 1:30 Central Time. Who knows? Probably why they scam wicked us and took all those coins, right? Front running it. And then you got little Eric Trump. I think it was Eric Trump. Little Eric Trump. He yesterday comes out and says, oh, you know, good time to buy Ethereum. Just saying. You know, these people, I mean, how is this not, I don't know if you'd call it securities influence, not fraud necessarily, but how is this not, you know, people being involved too close to a seat of power? I don't know, it just seems like a conflict of interest to me. But whatever. Everything's a conflict of interest at this point because I saw on the morning financial shoes, the white shoe boys, Gerald Celente, on the morning shows, you know, the financial shows, Jim Cramer-ish people. There was Palantir, P-A-L-A-N-T-I-R, Palantir. You know, I think it was a company started by Peter Thiel, T-H-I-E-L. Elon Musk cohort and founding PayPal, you know, which was X, that kind of thing. Well, Palantir was up like 20% today. You know, they had their call. Basically, they're working with the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, to root out the evil and the waste. Root it out. So I think what's happening is it's a good thing. Let's shrink government. Let's knock it down a notch. I always say shrink it by 90%. You know, Trump talking about getting rid of the Department of Education. He should get rid of it. You know, let states handle it. National government has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. All they do is set, you know, policies based on the beliefs of the government. And, you know, history is one big lie agreed upon. So, and then you educate that. You think about how the educational system's been indoctrinated, and especially with medicine. We've been lied to about everything. Our history, everything. Absolutely everything. So the Department of Education, F it. Who cares? we're so decentralized now from the standpoint of information that we can find all the information we need. You know, and communities are going to build themselves up. They're going to have their own narrative. They're going to choose their own path, choose their own adventure, and that's the way it should be. F this centralization of education. We'll figure it out, okay? Okay? But you've got a company like Palantir, you know, just licking their chops, you know, with all the AI and all the, I don't even know what you call it. Well, basically, they're deep information systems. They go in and they can scrape data, put it all together. You know, defense contracting, all the stuff. So basically, they're inside of government right now. And what's probably how I see things going at the macro scale is, yeah, we're going to shrink government. But what you're going to have is you're going to have like a Neuralink that comes in from the corporate side that just latches on to government and essentially runs it. You can call it fascism if you want. You know, I'd call it corporatocracy. But I think that's where we're going. We're letting all these, you know, essentially kind of their own little governments, you know, with technology that they hold, these companies like Palantir. You're letting them into the octopus that is government, and they're going to kind of take control of the brain and, you know, control the tentacles of it. And I kind of see it going that way. It might look good that we're tearing down the deep state. It's just the old deep state. But now we've got this new issue of basically this implant into government that's highly technological, like a Neuralink. You know, it's taken over government, taking over government, but will have taken over government when we look back because of all the people who are involved in it. That's what they're into. They're transhumanist types, you know, so basically you're just transforming government. And just like they want to make humans more robotic, you're going to make government more robotic, more efficient. But with that efficiency comes a price, I think, because you've got corporate interests, you've got business interests involved, and they care about making money. And doesn't necessarily have the American people's best interest at heart long term. Maybe right now it does. Looks good. But once they're in and once they got control of the tentacles, look out. So that's just something to be wary of, to be, you know, don't think that everything's great. And, you know, just because government gets cut and it looks like, you know, we're making progress here and there. I mean, you know, it is a big thing that has to be restructured and retooled. It's got to shrink by a lot. But at the end of it, you got to think, okay, are there remnants of the things that helped fix it still in control or have taken over? Be very careful. Technology can do a lot of damage in the wrong hands. All right, so is what it is. That's where we're at. Just pay attention to what's going on. Crypto market, just a 30% blip to the downside. You look at the charts, it's kind of funny. One giant wick, not a candle body, but a giant wick all the way down on Sunday. Just absolutely insane. Wonderful buying opportunity for somebody if they were prepared. Most of us aren't prepared because we're either in it already or, you know, we probably don't have money on the sidelines. You know, we just put in what we can. Just like me, I'm like, you know, I couldn't have put enough in to really make a difference anyway. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you get 30% gain in one day, that's great. But when you're only putting in a couple $100, it's like, I kind of need that for other things right now. So just ride it out, you know, just if you can put some in, just dollar cost average is kind of the best way, I think. You know, when you have the money, you put it in. When you have the money, you put it in. And it all works out over time, I think. So, yeah, I would think that pretty soon we'll watch that announcement today about crypto. I don't know what it's about. It's probably going to be good news for crypto, I would think, as far as price go up, number go up. I just want sound money. I just want money that works and I can have in my own possession, you know, kind of like the whole silver thing, you know, just something that the government can't F with, but then they managed to do that, you know, but business did that, then government allows it, you know, you can rehypothecate every ounce of silver 500 times, whatever it is, you know. They'll do the same thing with Bitcoin. They'll do the same thing with anything that they can control, so make sure that you have it. Have it in your own possession, and if you have it in your own possession, make sure you can use it. You know, because you can have a little bit of Bitcoin in your possession, you might not be able to use it if transaction fees on the network are too expensive. And that's naturally what occurs. You know, the cost of moving Bitcoin has to go up because there's less of it, and you know, the reward to the miner at some point keeps diminishing. So, you know, it has to get more expensive. It has to be more expensive to move. That's just how it is. So be prepared for that someday. If you don't have a lot of it, it's probably not a good investment. You might want to look at other things like Litecoin, Digibyte, other coins that that don't have high transaction fees and won't for a long time to come, because they're just built better as far as transacting. But if it's a store of value and you got the money, not worried about a big hit at some point, in fees. If you're fine with paying $1,000 fee to move it and cash it out, then you're fine. If you got millions of dollars in it, then what's $1,000 for that security? So up to you. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Love you all. And we're in a vampire casino. There's no doubt about it. It is still huge, no matter what the last 2 weeks have said. It all looks good that the progress is being made, but fundamentally, not a lot has changed. Not a lot has been fixed. That casino is still running. The debt is still getting created. We need some big changes to happen. We need some departments to go away. We need to actually take control of our government if we want to. And not just the corporate government. That thing needs to die. We got to get back to a sovereign, real republic. And hopefully that's where it's going. I do. A lot of people say, yeah, quit being doom and gloom. That is where it's going. Can't you see it happening? Can't you see it happening? Yeah, I can see it on the surface, the superficial level, but I can also see what's happening underneath, below the surface, and what could potentially, rise up out of those dark waters when we're not paying attention. Being a rebirth. It might be a rebirth of the American phoenix, but that phoenix might have some big talons and might be breathing fire and we might not be controlling it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. Exit the Vampire Casino and trust yourself in this madness. Don't trust me. I'm just here to maybe tickle your brain a little bit. But you all ultimately have to trust yourself and follow your path. And if something resonates, it has to resonate with you, and you have to do it. You make the choice. This is your journey. All right. Have a wonderful Tuesday.